All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are going to dive into a technology you use literally every single day, probably without even thinking about it: natural language processing, or NLP.
So let's just start with your daily life, because this isn't some far-off sci-fi concept. No, NLP is already here. It's kind of hiding in plain sight.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Ever feel like your tech can just read your mind? You know, when your devices just seem to get what you want? That magic that happens when you type a search or talk to your phone? Well, it's not magic. It's NLP acting as the bridge between your thoughts and the machine's actions. Think about it. The last time you used a chatbot to, say, book a flight or order some food, that bot isn't just mindlessly matching keywords. Nope, it's using NLP to figure out the actual meaning behind your text so it can give you a useful answer, like instantly. Or hey, what about this one? You're scrolling through Facebook or somewhere, and you see a post in a language you don't speak. One click, and boom, it's translated. That incredible instant conversion, that's a super powerful NLP application called Neural Machine Translation, and it's turning a complex language into something you can read in a heartbeat. And of course, anytime you say, "Hey Siri," or "Okay Google, what's the weather?" you're kicking off a whole NLP process. The very first, and maybe the most crucial step, is the system converting your voice, your spoken natural language, into text that the machine can actually understand and work with. And it doesn't stop there. Even when Netflix or Amazon recommends your next binge watch or that thing you didn't know you needed, that's NLP doing the heavy lifting behind the scenes. It's analyzing descriptions of stuff you've liked before and comparing it to millions of others to guess what you'll love next. Seriously, from your search bar to your shopping cart, it is completely woven into the fabric of our digital lives. Okay, so we've seen where it is, right? It's everywhere. But what is this technology really? Let's peel back the curtain and get to the core of how we actually teach machines to read. So at its heart, natural language processing, NLP, it's a branch of AI that's all about one major goal: bridging that gap between how we humans talk and how computers think. The whole point is to teach machines to read, to interpret, and to genuinely make sense of our messy, beautiful human language. And this right here, this is the fundamental challenge that NLP has to solve. I mean, think about our language. It's just messy, right? It's filled with sarcasm, inside jokes, context, evolving slang. Computers, on the other hand, they need pure, unambiguous logic. So NLP's job? It's got to be the universal translator between these two totally different worlds. Okay, so the big question is, how in the world do you teach a machine to understand something as incredibly complex as a human sentence? Well, the secret, and it's a brilliant one, is to turn our words into the one and only thing a computer truly gets: math. This whole process is usually called the NLP pipeline, and it's kind of like a three-step recipe. First up is pre-processing. You gotta clean up the text, right? Get rid of all the junk like symbols and common stop words, words like the or that don't add much meaning. Then, step two, this is where the magic happens. You represent each word as a string of numbers. We call this a vector or an embedding. And finally, step three, you unleash a machine learning model on all those numbers to find the important patterns. And this is what's so cool about it. This example brilliantly shows the power of turning words into math. By representing words as these numerical vectors, we can actually capture their relationships. In this famous example, the model learns that the math for king minus man plus woman gets you a result that's incredibly close to the math for queen. It's literally word algebra. Mind-blowing, right? So, you might be thinking, this technology has been around for decades, right? So why does it feel like it's suddenly everywhere? Well, it turns out there are two massive, parallel shifts that are responsible for this recent explosion in NLP's abilities. First reason, just the sheer colossal amount of data we create now. I mean, every single tweet, every product review, every text message, it's all a piece of unstructured text. And all that data, that's the fuel that modern NLP models need to learn and get smarter. Yeah, that number, 2.5 quintillion, it's so big it's almost impossible to even wrap your head around. But what it represents is this vast ocean of human language. And for the very first time in history, we have the tools to analyze all of it at scale. So when you put it all together, you really do get this perfect storm. You've got this massive explosion of text data.
You've got the rise of incredibly powerful deep learning algorithms that can finally make sense of it all. And you've got this growing demand from all of us for more natural, more human-like ways to interact with our tech. It's the perfect recipe for a revolution.
So, where does all this lead? Well, we're moving super fast, beyond just teaching machines to understand language and into a whole new era where they can actually generate it themselves. And let me tell you, the pace of progress here is just staggering. Just take a look at this timeline of breakthroughs. It's wild. In 2017, the transformer architecture comes out, and it's a total game changer because it can look at a whole sentence at once to get the context. Just a year later, Google's BERT uses that idea to understand the meaning of words from both directions, left and right. Then you get models like OpenAI's GPT-2, which showed that this tech couldn't just understand language, but could generate shockingly coherent text all on its own. I mean, the breakthroughs are happening way faster than anyone ever predicted.
And all of this brings us to a really big question, doesn't it? We started this journey by just teaching machines to read our words. Now, we're teaching them to write their own. As computers truly begin to master language, the most human of all our inventions, the question isn't just what they're capable of. The real question is, what will we choose to ask of them? The conversation between us and our machines, well, it's really just getting started.